Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to all of you to the physics classes. Dear students, we are going to discuss today some of the MCQs of the chapter nuclei. So already we have discussed maybe the formulations, maybe the theoretical part, whatever it is comes, that we have discussed, and now we are going to do the classwork. As I have said you already, I have told you that some of the questions I am going to send you throughout any of the media, that homework questions, that also you have to work out. Meanwhile, we are solving this, the classwork questions, that also you have to go through it. So more and more questions you try to solve from each and every chapter and give the importance to the perfect topics, okay, the necessary topics. By saying this, I am going to continue with the first question of the chapter nuclei. Alpha particle consists of 2 protons and 2 neutrons only, 2 electrons, 2 protons and 2 neutrons, 2 electrons and 4 protons only, and 2 protons only. This question has arisen for NEET 2019. Now, what do you mean by alpha particle? Alpha particle means helium nuclei. Helium nuclei. Nuclei, it is not helium atom. Atom means electrons are there, protons are there, and neutrons are there. But nuclei means we have only proton and neutrons. And in the case of helium, there are 2 protons and 2 neutrons are there. So the answer will be the first option, 2 protons and the 2 neutrons. Go to the next question, which is on the screen. Read this and try to find out the answer. The second question says that for a radioactive material, half-life is 10 minutes. For a radioactive material, half-life is 10 minutes. Okay. Now, if initially there are 600 number of nuclei, initially there are 600 number of nuclei, that is N naught. Okay. The time taken for the disintegration of 450 nuclei, time taken for the disintegration of the 450 nuclei. Now, what is the formula we are having? We are having a formula that, see, out of N naught we have N atoms left, okay, which can be given as, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power N, where N is equal to T by T, the number of half-lives. No, see, the time is equal to, time elapsed is equal to N number of half-lives. The time elapsed is N number of half-lives. There is a derivation that I have done in the regular classes that we can do also, no issues. That is 1 half-life means that is 1. 2 half-life means that it will be N naught by 2. It is N naught by 2 by 2, no, that is 4. 3 half-life means N naught by 4 by 4, so 8. So it is 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3. So 3 half-lives like that. Okay. So like that we have done the derivations. So here also this is the formula. You should know it. Now what we have to find out, how many number of elements are left. Okay, if 450 nuclei are disintegrated. Now if 450 disintegrated means what is the amount of N is left? That is 600 minus 450, which is equal to 150 atoms are left. 150 atoms are left, isn't it? So how many are there? 600 were there. How many are there now? 150 are there. which will take 1 by 2 to the power t divided by t half. What is the half life? Half life is 10 minutes. So we can write down it as 15 divided by 60, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power t by t half. Okay. So I will erase this. So now 15 by 16, how much? 15 ones are divided by 15 fours are, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power t by t half. So you can write down that 2 to the power 2, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power t by t half. So 2 is equal to t by t half. You can write down that t is equal to 2 into t half, which is equal to 2 into 10, which is equal to 20 minutes, which is equal to 20 minutes. This is the thing. So this is what the second problem you have studied. Just go through the next problem and try to solve it. So the next question, a radioactive material A has a decay constant 8 lambda. So decay constant of a material A is 8 lambda, and for the material B has a decay constant. For a B, the decay constant is lambda. Initially they have same number of nuclei. After what time ratio of the number of nuclei of the material A to B will be 1 by E. Ratio of the number of nuclei of material of A to B is 1 by E. When it is, that you have to find out. Now lambda is given, we know our equation because of the radioactive disintegration, that is nothing but n is equal to n naught into e to the power minus lambda into t. See, a radioactive material A has a decay constant 8 lambda and material B has a decay constant lambda. Initially they have same number of nuclei, n naught is same. Now this is for A, means I can write down lambda is nothing but 8 lambda into t. For B I can write down n naught is same, that is e to the power minus lambda into t, divided by I will do Na Nb, which is equal to e to the power minus 8 lambda t divided by e to the power minus 1 lambda t. It goes to the numerator plus lambda t, so which is remain with e to the power minus 7 lambda t. So you can write down it as 1 divided by e to the power minus becomes plus 7 lambda t, which is equal to Na divided by Nb. Okay, that is the thing. Now what else you can do? You know that they have given that is equal to 1 by E, that is equal to 1 by E, that is equal to 1 divided by E. So I can write down numerator is equal, denominator is also equal. So I can write down Na by Nb, which is equal to 1 by e to the power 7 lambda t, which is equal to 1 by E. Okay. So it is e to the power 1. So it becomes equal to 7 lambda t is equal to 1. 7 lambda t, which is equal to 1. So that you are going to get t is equal to 1 over 7 lambda. T is equal to 1 over 7 lambda. This is the thing. Okay. So go through the next question, read it from the screen and find out the answer. So the next question says, so refer the syllabus for the NEET, everything, and those who are seriously preparing for the NEET, work you have to do. Okay, more and more work you have to do. The half-life of a radioactive substance is 30 minutes. Half-life of a radioactive substance is 30 minutes. The time taken between 40% decay to 85% decay of the same radioactive material is, the same radioactive substance is. Now I can write down for the first and second. 40% decay means we know that n is equal to n naught, isn't it? Or else we know that n by n naught. Okay, out of n naught, n is remaining, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n, isn't it? Because time they have asked to find out. Half life is given, right? So exactly directly you have to use that formula only. Now the first case if I write down means n1 I can write down means it was n naught first, okay, out of that n1 it happened, no. So how much n1 I can write down? So n1 is nothing but C. The first time, the time in taken between 40% decay means remaining how much? 40% decay is done, okay. So remaining is C. Out of n naught 40%, that is 0.4% of n naught is done. So remaining is n1 remaining is, we want remaining, no, 60%, 0.6 that of the n naught. Okay, percentage means 0.6 you have to write down in that way. Now for n2, later what happens, it decays 85 time, some time it takes and 85 it decays. So after that it will remain with the 15%, that is 0.15 percentage of n naught is remaining, okay. Now what is the time taken by that to become n naught to n1? Earlier it was n1, now it has become to n2. Earlier it was how much? n1 means 0.6 n naught it was, now it becomes 0.15 n naught is remaining. No, which is equal to 15 divided by 60 I can write down, no, 1 2 1 2. Which is equal to 15 ones are 15 fours are, that is 2 to the power 2, isn't it? So time we have to find out, that is nothing but n is equal to t divided by t half, that implies t is equal to t half into n. So t half means how much? That is 30 into n is how much? That is 2, so it is 60 minute. So that is nothing but 60 minute. So that is what fourth one. Go to the next question which is on the screen and guess the answer, okay. Now it says that when an alpha particle of mass m is moving with the velocity v bombards on a heavy nucleus of charge Ze, its distance of closest approach from the nucleus depends upon mass m as. Now the relation between the closest approach as well as mass m you have to find out. Now what is the expression for closest approach? That is nothing but Ze square divided by pi m e, pi m v square, isn't it? Pi m v square and one epsilon naught will come, okay. Just go through it. But r naught we can see that it is inversely proportional to m, it is inversely proportional to m. So we are going to get the answer as, that is 1 by m. It is directly proportional to 1 by m or else it is inversely proportional to m. In that way we can say it's inversely proportional, so that it is 1 by m. Go to the next question. Nucleus of uranium decays at rest into nuclei of thorium. which is at rest into nuclei of thorium and helium. Then the helium has a nucleus, has more momentum than thorium. Helium nucleus has less kinetic energy than thorium. So here based on kinetic energy and momentum they have asked the question. Now this is at rest means total momentum was 0. So next also it splits into two. One is thorium and helium means the total conservation of momentum has to take place. So momentum of helium plus momentum of thorium must be 0, because initial they were at 0, final they were as to 0. So from this what I can make out? So I can make out that helium momentum is equal to negative of thorium momentum, but it is same in magnitude. Though it is sign is different, magnitude is same. So next step I should have to write down. I am rewriting here itself. Okay, because of this I can write down magnitude which is equal to magnitude of thorium. Now momentum is same. Helium nucleus has more momentum. No, it is not like that. For the both momentum is same. So next what is the thing they have asked? They have asked about kinetic energy. How we can write down kinetic energy? Kinetic energy expression based on momentum you can write down. Can you tell me? Can you guess? We have written kinetic energy expression, that is kinetic energy which is equal to momentum divided by 2m. We have written kinetic energy which is equal to momentum square divided by 2m. Now kinetic energy of the helium means mass of the helium and momentum of helium. Leave these two, we will write down directly proportional. Kinetic energy of thorium again directly proportional to momentum of thorium whole square divided by mass of thorium. Now what you have to use? Using that kinetic energy I have to find out. I will divide it. So kinetic energy of helium divided by kinetic energy of thorium, which is equal to P helium square divided by m helium, okay, and m thorium divided by thorium. Both are same, no, this will cancels out. So it is inversely proportional. Whose mass is more, kinetic energy is less. Whose mass is less, kinetic energy is more. So kinetic energy of the helium will be more than that of the kinetic energy of the thorium. So which will be the option? Second option we will go through it, that is the helium nucleus has less kinetic energy. No, it is not possible kinetic energy than the thorium. So helium nucleus has more kinetic energy than thorium. That seems right. Let's see what is the fourth option. The helium nucleus has less momentum than thorium. It is not true. So that the third option is correct. That is the bar. Helium nucleus has more kinetic energy than thorium nucleus. So go through the next question. That is nothing but read the question and find out the answer, guess the answer. Did you do that? Started? Yes. So read it. If radius of aluminium, that is AL, which is equal to 13 and 27, okay, is taken to be RAL, that is radius of aluminium, then the radius of tellurium, which is having mass number 125 and atomic number 53, nucleus is nearly. So you have to find out the relation between them. We know that when radius we are going to get, which is equal to R into R naught into A to the power 1 by 3. R naught will be same for all the elements. It is for aluminium, it is for tellurium R naught into A to the power 1 by 3. Now we are going to write down in terms of aluminum we want, that's why R of tellurium which is equal to R by aluminum which is equal to R naught cancels. A of tellurium, how much? That is they have given, that is 125, mass number is 125 divided by mass number of aluminum is 27 to the power 1 by 3 means it is cube root. How we can get the cube root of that? Cube root if we can get it as 125 means 5 into 5 into 5, isn't it? So it will be 5, and 27 means 3 into 3 into 3, okay, that is nothing but 3. So we can write down tellurium radius is 5 by 3 times the radius of aluminum, 5 by 3 times the radius of aluminum, and that is why the option is the fourth option. Next question, go through it. We are going for the next question. Read that and find out the answer. It says that a radioactive isotope, a radioisotope X with a half-life is 1.4 into 10 to the power 9 years, decays to Y which is stable, decays to Y which is stable, X is becomes Y. Okay. Now a sample of rock from a cave, a sample of rock is there from a cave, it is found to contain X and Y. It is found to contain X and Y, means in this rock X is converted into Y, but in the ratio of 1:7. 1:7 means total 8 part it is, out of 8 part 7 part is Y and 1 part is X. Now what you have to find out? You have to find out the age of the rock. Whenever the age comes and half-life is given, 2 to the power n equation you have to use, 2 to the power n equation you have to use. Now number of 7 is there, no, 7 is there, say n number of atoms are there, okay, for X is how much? It is X and Y, that is 1n, okay, and it becomes Y, so Y is equal to 7 times n. Y becomes 7 times n. Why? Because 1:7 they have given, total 8, out of 8 1 is this much, out of 8 7 is that much, means it is 8 times n naught was there, out of that ratio that you have to find out, okay. So X is this much. Now what you have to find out? You have to find out the thing. So total how much n naught was? N naught was 8 times n, it was, n naught was 8 times n, okay. Now you know that n by n naught, we have the equation, n naught was earlier, n was now, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n. How I can use that formula here? How I can use that formula here? I am having some amount, okay, so which is equal to, so n, okay, it became, okay, so n naught was there, n naught was there, okay, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n. Now what do you mean by n? N is nothing but, for any of the material you can ask, you can take, okay, so n is you have to find out, so n will be, it is equal to n naught divided by 2 to the power n, n naught which is equal to 2 to the power n. Now 2 to the power n is nothing but how much? That is, say for example, for this if you calculate means X is left, no, the age of the rock, X you have to find out, what is X left? That is 1n, so same, I will erase this, out of n naught, n is there, out of 8n, 1n is there, no, x, which is equal to 1 by 8, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power 3. Okay, so that you are going to get n is equal to, or 3 is equal to t by t half, you are going to get t by t half, you are going to get, so that you are going to get t is equal to 3 times t half, and 3 into 1.4 into 10 to the power 9. So you are going to get 4.20. If you multiply means 4.20 into 10 to the power 9 years, means 9 years happen. Out of that, all is disintegrated, only one is left, one time is left. All disintegrated and became y, which is a stable. Y is not going to disintegrate again. Okay, it became stable as y. So this is what one of the problem. Next we are going to go for the next problem, read it from the screen, and that we are going to solve. So we were talking about the questions. So the next question you can see on the screen. So same as that of the 8th question, it also says there is nothing but half-life of a radioactive isotope is x. Isotope x as 20 years, that is t half of x is 20 years. Now it decays to another element y, which is a stable, same as that of the earlier problem we are doing. I hope you can do this. Okay. Two elements x and y were found in a ratio of 1:7 in the sample. So we know that n is equal to, out of n naught, n is there. How much was? 8 times n naught was there. No, ratio total 8 was there. In that now how much it is there? 1 time, 1:7. See, the element x and y are where? X is 1:7, 1 time is there, 1:n naught of is there. Okay. So which is in the sample, which is given the log, that is 1 by 2 to the power n. So you can write down that 1 by 2 to the power n, which is equal to 1 by 8 means 2 to the power 3, right. So t by t half, that is which is equal to n, which is equal to 3, that implies t is equal to 3 into t half, which is equal to 20 years. 20 years into 3, that is nothing but 60 years. So go to the next question. So the next question we have, so read that which is on the screen and guess the answer. Okay. So the end product of a decay of, that is thorium 90 and 232 is lead, that is plumbus, that is 82 and 208. The number of alpha and beta particles emitted are respectively. The number of alpha and beta particles emitted respectively are. So how I can write down the alpha and beta decay? So you know that 232 is there and thorium is there, 90 is there. This is Z, this is A. Now which gives you plumbus at the last, that is 82 and 208, plus it gives you alpha particles, plus it is gives you beta particles. Now we want only this much. Okay. So now suppose x times, I am going to write down, means 232 thorium 90 gives you x times alpha, means here it is 2 4, and y times beta means it is beta. How you can write down? -1 and 0 you are going to write down. Now we will calculate for mass number. Mass number must be same, no, for the daughter as well as this. So here mass number variation takes place, but not for the beta decay. beta decay mass number remains same and atomic number decreases by 1. Now, you are going to write down in such a way that this is 232, okay, 232 is equal to 208 plus 4 times x. No, I can write down 232 is equal to 208 4 times x plus 0 times y. So, what you are going to get? 4 times x, which is equal to 232 minus 208. How much you are going to get? 208 means that is 232 minus 208 divided by 4 you are going to get, that is x is equal to 232 minus 208, that is 32 minus 8 you have to take. So, 24 divided by 4, so it becomes 6. So, I got x is equal to 6, I am going to write down here. Now, why I have to write down? For the same equation, if you write down for the y, how you are going to write down? So, we will write down in this way, that is y 90, which is equal to 82 plus 2 times x minus y times, no, this is y times, I do not know how much, but it is minus 1 times y, that is for beta decay. And if you are going to calculate for that y, let it be y here, I will bring here. So, 82 plus 2 into 6 nothing but 12 minus 90. So, how much? 82, 92, 93, 94, 94 minus 90 is 4. So, y is equal to 4. So, this is what x is equal to 4 we will get, y is equal to 4 we will get, x is equal to 6 you are going to get. Means alpha particle x times and y times. So, 6 alpha particles and 4 beta particles you are going to get, that is option is 1. Go to the next question again, which is on the screen, go through it, read it carefully and guess the answer. This question which is appeared for KCET 2017. Now, in a nuclear reactor, the function of the moderator is to decrease. Moderator means what? What is its function? That they have asked. So, what actually the function of the moderator? Moderator. So, again you have to see that what is moderator, what material is used for the moderator, what is coolant, all those things for the nuclear you have to must go through it, okay, because that is also there. So, most of the questions you can expect in this year, okay, that is from isotopes, isotones in that way, as well as in the case of nuclear reactor, nuclear reactions. Now, already we know that nuclear reactor is a device which is used to carry the controlled reactions. So, the moderator is used in that to decrease the speed of the neutron, because slow moving neutrons we want and the speed of the neutrons, okay, to decrease the speed of the neutrons, okay. So, next it is a conceptual question. So, next again the same question is a similar question is, or from the same chapter question is arise for KCET. For the CET you will be having 60 questions, I hope you all aware about that, and for NEET you will be having 45 questions, as well as for JEE mains you will be having 25 questions, that all of you aware, I think. Now, out of 60 means they are equally distributed, and you are going to get the same 2017 CET one more question from the chapter of nuclear physics, or I can say from the chapter of nuclei. The particles emitted in a decay of uranium 238 and 92 to uranium 92 234. Now, uranium 239 okay, is 238 okay, is going to disintegrate and become uranium 234. Now you have to find out how many alpha particle and how many beta particle. Same way we are doing. Okay. Now say for example x I am going to write down, which is equal to 92 is there and 238 is there. Now it is going to become this, isn't it? That is y, which is equal to 92 and 234. Okay. So 4 mass is reduced, no? So I can expect helium here, that is 4, means 234 and 234. So if it is 4 means it must be 2. Okay. Now what happens? 92 plus 2 means 94, but here 92 should be there. Then what I can write down? That is 1 beta particle minus 1. Minus 1 means what happens? Minus 1 plus 1, 91 we are going to get. That should not happen. So again one more. So if you write down means 92 plus 2 minus 2, 2 times. So you will get 92. So it valid. So in that way you can balance this. So just by knowing the rules, okay, and hence we are going to get, that is this value. So 1 alpha particle and 2 beta particles, 1 alpha particles and 2 beta particles, that is answer is option A. Go to the next question. Okay, an element x decays. So go through the previous question in a proper way because it is very much important. So you must know the beta decay, the proton increase, neutron increase and all, and after that you have to study in a neat way. Exactly you have to remember that, that equations are formed in a nice way. According to the equation you go, minus beta plus beta, balancing, simple. No need to think many things, how I have to remember that, and I have to do all those things. No need to do that. Okay, so you can find out. Now an element X decays into element Z by 2-step process, that is X is becomes Y plus helium 24 it comes, and then Y is becomes Z by having 2 electrons, mean 2 beta particles. Then which is isobars, isotopes that they have asked. We will go through it. These are the processes, right? Now what we are going to write down? Actually X, which is having Z, here it is A minus Z. Y is going to become, it becomes Y by emitting helium 2 and 4. Then it must be Z minus 2 and A minus 4. Now this, that is nothing but Y, Z minus 2 and A minus 4, Z minus 2 and A minus 4, it emits 2 times beta minus 1, 2 times beta minus 1. This and this has to balance. Here Z you are going to get, no, Z you are going to get. So Z minus 2. Okay, Z minus should not happen, because if you plus it means Z minus 3 you are going to get, which is not going to balance. So that you must write down plus 1, so it will cancel, so that this will remain same. And what you are going to get here, it doesn't matter. So A minus 4 itself you are going to write down. So A minus 4 means, that is same way. So what you are going to get, which equation you are going to get, that you have to find out. From this equation, that is, you can find out X and Z are isotopes. X and Z are isotopes. Here one you can't write down, isn't it? You have to write down, it is 2 times. So it is plus 2. No, because Z minus 2 plus 2, isn't it? Z minus 2 plus 2 minus 2, minus 2 plus 2 cancels, it remains same. Now this has to remain same, no? Okay. Now mass number remains, atomic number remains same, no? So you will get it as Z. Mass number is this and mass number is this, but for this atomic number is same, no? Z and Z. If the atomic number is same, mass number is different, means those nucleides are isotopes. So here the Z and X are isotopes. So X and Z are isotopes. X and Z are isotopes. Option C. So go to the next question. Question 14th. So again, which is arised for your KCET. Okay. In the year of 2015. So most of the question which I am dealing is from the previous year question, so that you will get an idea that how to solve. So go through it again and again. The same material will be sent to you before the class. You have to go through it before you look at the class, then you will get an idea. Your own mind you are using and you are doing the problems, and after that you are watching the class and you are doing, means you will get the better idea about numerical sums to solve that. Okay. And while referring any material, refer any one of the standard material, any one, and if suppose you are not going to get some of the problems in that, refer others. So a radioactive decay can form an isotope of the original nucleus with the emission of a particle. So original nucleus Z and A, it has to emit a alpha particle and the beta particle. No, it has to form a isotope, right? A minus 4. Isotope means actually it is Z. No, Z has to get, you have to get Z. So what I have to do? Plus 2 I have to add. No. So actually alpha means here 2 cancels, you will get Z plus 2. You should not get Z plus 2, you have to get Z, means I have to add beta 2 times minus 1. So now what happens? Z minus 2 plus 2 means Z you have to get. No, for that I have balanced this. So that 1 alpha and 2 beta. Earlier problem was the same thing we have done, that is the thing. So next we are going to talk about 15th question. The volume of an atom is comparison to the volume of a nucleus is of order of. What is the volume of an atom and what is the volume of an nucleus? We know that volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, volume of an atom, volume of a nucleus. So 10 to the power r cube, no, it is r cube, r atom by r nucleus, that is cube. Now r is 10 to the power minus 10, for the nucleus 10 to the power minus 15, whole cube, isn't it? So 10, 15 calculates, means minus 5 is remaining, goes to the numerator, 10 to the power plus whole to the power cube means 10 to the power 15. So volume of an atom which is equal to 10 to the power 15 times volume of an nucleus. 10 to the power 15 times volume of an nucleus at the order of. Okay. Next 16th one. So go to that question. That is, it says that two nuclei have their mass numbers in the ratio of 1:3. The ratio of their nuclear densities, the ratio of their nuclear densities would be, what is the nuclear density and mass? So nuclear densities depends on what? Nuclear density is independent on mass. Okay, nuclear density is constant for all the nuclei, mass by volume ratio. So that's why always it will be 1:1. It is independent. It is independent. Next question, that is it shows that if the nuclear radius of aluminum, that is 27, is 3.6 Fermi, that is 10 to the power minus 15, and the approximate nuclear radius of copper, which is having 64. What is the equation for R is equal to R naught into A to the power 1 by 3, isn't it? R is equal to R naught into A to the power 1 by 3. So, R for aluminium, R for copper, which is equal to, we want to find out for copper, right, the nuclear radius of the copper, so that we will write down nuclear radius of copper RCu at the numerator, R aluminium here, R naught will be cancelled out, directly proportional mass number of aluminium copper you have to write down, that is how much? 64. Here you have to write down, it is aluminum is 27 to the power 1 by 3. So 4, right, cube root of 64, 4 4s are, okay, here it is 3, okay, cube root if you take out means, but you have given RCu which is equal to 4 by 3 times RAL is how much? 3.6. So 3 1s are 3 2s are, okay, so 48, 4.8 Fermi, 4.8 Fermi, option C. So next we are going to talk about the next question. Go to the next question, that is again maybe it is repeated in the same way we have done these questions. Nucleus A is converted into C through the following reaction. A tends to B by having alpha particle and B tends to C by having 2 beta particles. Let us see the first one, same way we have done, you go through it. I hope you can do this. Z and A, which gives you alpha particles, means that is helium 2 4, means here it is for B, it is Z minus 2 and A minus 4. Now A minus 4, B Z minus 2 is converted into C, which is 2 beta particles. 2 beta particles means here Z minus 2, A minus 4 remains same. Z minus 2 means what you have to write down? Z minus 2 has to come plus 2. 2 minus plus 2 cancels. No? So you are going to get Z minus 2. Okay. So that you are going to get what you are going to get here. If you do put minus 2 means C is Z and A minus 4 you are going to get. The mass atomic number of A is same. So A and C are isotopes. So A and C are isotopes. The next question, the nuclei of which of the following pairs of the nuclei are isotones, sorry. So what do you mean by isotones? Isotones are nothing but the number of neutrons are same. Say for example, number of neutrons, how we find out? A minus Z is equal to number of neutrons. For the first, 3 minus 1 is 2 and 4 minus 2 is 2. First itself you get the answer. Easy, no? So those are isotones. Here you won't get. Okay, same number of neutrons.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.